Hello Taurus, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane and we are going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Taurus for the week of January 17th. Now Taurus, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Taurus, I do not offer personal readings, so if you get a message from someone, they're trying to scam you, please do understand that. Please do not get scammed. There are a lot of them going around right now. And I also do exclusive content on my Instagram, so if that's your thing, definitely give me a follow there if you'd like to get to know me more. But let's see what we have here for you. Now, if you watch my content regularly and you've not yet hit the subscribe button, I'd really appreciate it if you did. Helps my channel grow in a big way. Same is true if this is just the first time you are watching me here on YouTube. But let's take a look here for you, Taurus. All right, we'll make sure everything's in view and then we'll get right into it. All right. I think that looks just about good enough to me. Energy on the bottom, you have the Five of Swords. So Five of Swords can be a challenging card, but it's really not a huge deal. The thing is, the Five of Swords does indicate like a loss, maybe even, like a defeat. You can see this person here in the background is down, but they're not out. And that's the important part. This is a totally recoverable situation. It's not like the Ten of Swords, which is like indicating finality. No, this is something that the way that I've been kind of enjoying reading the Five of Swords recently is it's sort of like you're going through a struggle or you're going through a defeat, and on the other side of that you will emerge much stronger, right? Because like part of the experience here on planet Earth that we've all kind of signed a contract to experience is struggle. And struggle is kind of a key element to us getting stronger, right? And you think about like going to the gym, and like when you first do that, the first 2 months, it's like a struggle, right? But eventually, if you keep doing it and keep doing it, you're going to get stronger. That's kind of what I feel like with this Five of Swords, but right now you're kind of down. You're down and out right now, but that's okay, right? And so I feel like I get this sense that you are emerging on the other side of whatever you're dealing with much stronger than before. The Five of Swords can also indicate that someone is trying to win at all costs, and I do feel that for you. I'll get into why, but you do have some of this energy of like somebody's maybe just not taking their foot off the gas pedal type of energy is kind of what I'm feeling here. So right away in the middle, you have the Fool. This Fool card is extremely powerful, and this middle card for me, in the way that I read this spread, is important because it bleeds into the rest of the cards. So this is an important card and this is a powerful one. The Fool starts off all of the tarot. Okay, it's the first card. It's the beginning of the Fool's journey through the major arcana, or the hero. You could also think of it as the hero's journey. And when this card really only comes forward when you're ready, and it's when you're ready for a powerful new beginning. Fool leaps forward without knowing if they're going to land or if they're going to make it. Okay, they really literally have no idea where they're going, but they allow the universe to help them get them to where they need to go. And that's this energy of Fool. It's also like a return to child self. Okay, it's a return to viewing the world without attachments, which is what we all do when we come into this world, but we acquire baggage or we acquire attachments as we become older, and the Fool doesn't have those, right? And so there's this energy here of you, there's a challenge, okay? You may be, what I feel like is going on here is there's probably going to be an ending with somebody, okay? And this could certainly be a romantic partner, but it could also just be anybody in your circle, a friend, a colleague, family member. There's going to be an ending with somebody, but this ending is actually a new beginning, okay? That's the way that I'm viewing it for you. And I do feel like you're emerging on the other side of this much better. So in the past, you have the Knight of Pentacles, the Two of Swords, and the Queen of Swords. So somebody added insult to injury here, okay? The Queen of Swords, I normally start at the Knight, but I'm feeling like I'm going to start here. The Queen of Swords is somebody who it's very much that energy of like they will not take their foot off the gas pedal type of energy, okay? The Queen of Swords can be very challenging. I view this card as the assassin of the tarot. because they will cut through anything that's no longer serving them and anything that's in their way. The other thing about that is the Two of Swords above it. The Two of Swords can indicate somebody maybe feeling restricted in speech. It can indicate an injustice that maybe has happened in your life. Feeling blindfolded. I always like to view these two swords as daggers, emotional daggers that have been thrown between you and another person. So there was a war of words recently. Swords rules communication, words, writing, language, anything like that. And so, you're dealing with. I feel like you've had a sort of a confrontation or a conflict with somebody in the past. They didn't let up. Like they are somebody who wins at all costs, okay, is what I'm trying to say here. And I do feel like this is, I'll get into this more, but I do feel like this is kind of heartbreaking a little bit. It's like hurting you emotionally. And you also here have this Knight of Pentacles, which is an event or an arrival. I view the Knight of Pentacles out of all of the Knights as arrivals because it's something that you've been waiting for a long time. The reality is that this situation, this conflict has probably been brewing for a long time. This is something that it's not the first time this has happened, right? This is something that's been festering, mounting, growing for some time now. And here it is. It's the arrival of this conflict or this event, I feel like. I like to try to keep these messages positive, but that's just kind of what's coming in. There is the positive message, though. If you really are listening to me, the positive message here is you are emerging stronger and you are getting a new beginning that's probably taking you into a much better place as you let go of the negative, challenging energy. So in your current situation, you have the Three of Swords, the Fool, and the Two of Pentacles. So we talked about how the Fool is this powerful new beginning, extremely powerful. And you have the Three of Swords above it, which is anything that breaks your heart, okay? This is oftentimes associated with like heartbreak, but like breakups, divorce, separation, maybe even lying or cheating. But I don't see cheating here. I don't see anything like that. What I see here is a situation between you and another that's ending, okay? It's absolutely, there's a separation going on here. And for some of you, it will be romantic, but not for everybody. I'm actually not getting that to be the case for everybody. For others, it's like, it's with somebody who was in your circle, right? If it wasn't a romantic partner in any capacity here, Taurus. And so yeah, there's a separation here going on. This is heartbreaking for you in some ways with that Three of Swords above it. And it's like there was a war of words or something that happened here. Now you also have this Two of Pentacles below, which is juggling or fluctuating wealth. This could be just like weighing options, weighing decisions. Really, I feel like you're deciding, okay, am I just going to cut the cable? Am I going to close the door and bolt the door shut and that person's out of my life? Or how am I going to handle this is kind of what I feel like you're doing here. Now, in the future, you have the Four of Cups, the Five of Wands, and the Three of Pentacles. So this is interesting. The Four of Cups talks about potentially you missing out on an opportunity or missing out on something that's right in front of your face here. As you see, this person's looking at the cup, but they're not capitalizing. They may be looking at this alternative cup here, but in their mind, they're thinking of the Three Cups that are familiar to them. And it talks about boredom and apathy as well. So there's an opportunity for you to get this new start. I would say be careful of not missing out on this opportunity. Do not be foolish with the Fool, okay? You also have this Five of Wands, which is conflicts, bickering, arguments, anything like that. Whoever emerges out of the Five of Wands gets the Six of Wands, which is a major victory. It's exceeding expectation. It's success. And you do have this Three of Pentacles as well. So this is a card that I read as your teammates, your team environment, people that you work with. And so, like I said, for some of you, this could be a colleague. For others of you, this is like not a romantic connection. This is like an earthly connection here with the Pentacles energy showing up. Obviously, you are an earth sign as well, so it could just be talking about you. But yeah, I don't know, I'm feeling that. The thing about the Three of Pentacles is a very good card of recognition and reward for a quality job well done. It could mean that you are doing well, but you're also dealing with this other conflict. So let's go ahead and get into that a little bit more. Now, if you're enjoying this, hit that like button, subscribe if you're not already, and drop a comment to let me know what you think. Really appreciate you being here. Hope you're doing well, and check out my website. There's a link to that in the description below. You can sign up for my email list. All right, so you have faith, humanity, and benevolence. Stay calm, trust the good in yourself and others, see the light in the world. Okay, so let's see here. You have Radha, soul flame, rediscover a lost part of yourself, experience relationship harmony and healing. You also have charity, prayer and contemplation, connect with heaven, ask and you shall receive. So this is an issue with a relationship. Again, it does not have to be romantic, any type of relationship. There are so many, as you know, there are so many types of relationships that you come in contact with. But this stay calm energy here, I think, is important as well, where, you know, I would just ask yourself how you want to really handle a situation. And you're getting a lot of cards here that want to come forward in this other oracle deck. But the first two that came out were choose a new direction and ask your angels. So I think that's that's a pertinent message for you, because you know, you have this Fool, which can indicate, like, you know, new beginnings, everything like that. Trust, I think that's also important. And then these last two are you're ready and not the right time. So what's going on here is I almost feel like it's almost like some of you know you need to end this situation with this person, but you are resisting in some ways, is what I'm kind of feeling. You know there's a new direction that's being formed here for yourself, and it probably doesn't include this other person. And I think it would be best, if this reading's for you, to just trust in your guides, trust in the energy that you're feeling for yourself, trust in your intuition at this time to help you along the way. And I think that would be extremely helpful, because you're ready for this new start with the Fool. The Fool, like I said, only comes forward when you're ready, right? Yeah, look, you have the Ten of Cups, you have the King of Swords, and the Death card. Okay, so there's an ending here with this Queen of Swords person. There's definitely an ending. And I do feel like it's the Queen of Swords energy. Don't get hung up on, like, signs. You know, they could have air signs and whatever. They could have an air placement. I don't know. They could have an air moon. They could have an air whatever, right? They could have air in any part of their chart. But I do feel like they have Queen of Swords type of energy, where they're just not putting their foot off the gas pedal, and you are like, this is ending, okay, with the Death card. Okay, this is the end of that situation. King of Swords, somebody who's really gonna kind of give you a fair shot. You know, the King of Swords is like obviously the counterpart to the Queen of Swords, and so, you know, they can have similar energy. The King of Swords can be absolutely is abusive the word? I don't want to say abusive, but it's more like strong-willed. Like, they can be very tough. The King of Swords can be very tough, is what I'm trying to say. Just like the Queen of Swords. And so, but what I feel like you're doing here is you're just laying a boundary and just being honest, laying an honest boundary with this person. The Ten of Cups this is you leading to total fulfillment and happiness here as you do this, as you work through the situation. You know, you are moving into this new zone of happiness, and the Ten of Cups is a total windfall of joy, celebration, happiness, good times. So what else do we have here? Okay, yeah, we have the Seven of Swords. Don't like that combination. We have the Two of Pentacles, and we have the Queen of Wands. The thing is, you know, Seven of Swords, Three of Swords is one of my least favorite combinations in the tarot. The Seven of Swords, I've just seen it play out for people. It's somebody who's like backstabbing, and somebody who's like, you know, I oftentimes find that card comes in when people are talking behind your back, when people are starting rumors, gossiping, and it's just deception, generally deception. It can indicate cheating when combined with the Three of Swords. I wasn't feeling that initially, but that obviously would only be if you're here for romantic situations. But if you're here for, like, you know, a colleague, this could be a colleague. The other thing is what's not great for me to see is the Three of Pentacles with the Seven of Swords is also this combination of, like, colleagues you know, everybody has worked with that person who just starts stuff, right? And that's kind of that energy that I get with that combination. You have the Two of Pentacles, again, juggling fluctuating situations, wealth, you know, trying to you know, weigh options and decisions here. And the Queen of Wands is somebody who's extremely attractive. The reality is here, at some point you're going to realize that you are attractive to many different people, to many options in the workplace. You can always go find a job. You can always go, there are new opportunities available for you, and I feel like this is what you're understanding here. So let's see what we have. You have the Seven of Pentacles, you have the Two of Cups. Okay, interesting. And the Ace of Swords. So, the Two of Cups is actually my favorite romance card in the tarot, but again, it's a conflict in that area. It can just represent partnership. Again, if you're not here for a romance, it's talking about just partnership in work or friendship or whatever, some situation like that. You know, there is definitely conflict brewing there with the Five of Wands under it, and the Five of Swords on the bottom of the deck here. Let's see what's on the bottom here. Okay, you have the Wheel of Fortune on the bottom, which is you know, positive change in luck, destiny, good situations. Very good card to get the Wheel of Fortune on the bottom. Expansion, growth, happiness, all of those sorts of things. And so the Seven of Pentacles is long-term growth. It's also potentially a new change in direction with the Seven of Pentacles as well. As you have the Four of Cups, some of you are just not content where you are. And I feel like this is going to feel like a breakthrough here with the Ace of Swords and the Three of Pentacles in your work situation. Like, you're going to have a breakthrough, coming to the understanding that you don't have to struggle where you are. And that's what I feel like some of you are dealing with. And this probably includes letting go of somebody, okay? This probably includes letting go of somebody. So let's see what else we have here. All right, let's pull some messages from the Kipper deck here. So you have bad health, wow, okay, false person, pathway, adjudication, child, gift. Okay, so this is going to be for a smaller percentage, but definitely some of you have dealt with a cheater in the past. Reason being is the author of this Kipper deck considers this card the sex card, interestingly enough, the bad health, the sex card, because it's the only card that has the bed symbolism on it. And you have that with the Three of Swords, the Seven of Swords, and now false person, okay? And so some of you have had that situation that has happened here. For others of you, there's somebody who's talking behind your back, gossiper, liar, something like that that's happening with the false person, Seven of Swords, Three of Pentacles. And look, working through this, you know, setting this boundary, ending this situation is opening up this pathway for you with the pathway card, the Fool in the middle, child, returning to child self, okay, like really viewing the world without this attachment to this negative, toxic person anymore, and instead allowing you to follow the path of your gift here. Yeah, so definitely like to see this. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button. Thank you so much for being here. Subscribe, and you have a great day. I'll see you in the next one.